Patriots. Yeah, it says Guns of Patriots. So they had the title of Guns of the Patriots back in the Metal Gear Solid 2 days. Electric Razor is smooth and quick-shaven performance, nothing left behind. I mean, it's not like if Raiden has a thick beard, but yeah, they had the name in mind back in this game. Oh, soldier getting up. And you can hear how someone is knocking that soldier out. But they went with Sons of Liberty instead of Guns of the Patriots, which they used for Metal Gear Solid 4. Really interesting detail that I never noticed because the textures back on PS2 were like questionable, to say the least.
And a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment is Russian-made.
Must be a Gerlukovich man.
Gerlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Have you noticed how they are lying about the Shadow Moses incident all the time? They keep saying that the Russians tried to take over Shadow Moses, but we know that it was... Sorry, the food one tried to go to my lungs. We know that it was not the Russians, it was a Russian soldier, which is Revolver Ocelot, working with Gerlukovich. But none of the soldiers were Russian. All the soldiers were actually American, and all the soldiers were part of Foxhound, a secret unit. So the only thing they can do is try and say that it was Russian terrorists. Again, this is the game where they start with false information on Metal Gear, and they try and make it seem like they control the news, they control the country, they are lying about the events. I know that ass anywhere. That is Solid Snake.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd.
Node.
Node.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
I wonder if that is a joke on Japanese that got weirdly translated to English.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals.
I have to listen to this conversation in Japanese to see what the nerd joke was about.
To put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high. Should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain
If you want to unlock the radar, just use the node.
Push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Things that you can do with the node. Unlock the radar. Things that the node cannot do. Give you clearance for the doors. Give you clearance for the security cameras. Pretty much anything but giving you the radar. Even though it is connected to both the security cameras and the doors and you are hacking into the node to get clearance for the radar. So you should be able to hack the doors and the cameras, but no, why would you do that?
Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's equipment.
Why not?
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a personal identification system. The owner enters their required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons. How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
They are, don't
They must
question
have been
it.
customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs gear?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything you find in the item box is clean. You should know this from your VR training.
How
I know
convenient.
those.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
I love how they looked for an excuse on why Raiden or Snake are unable to use the enemy soldiers' weapons. While like on Metal Gear Solid 1 they never question it. But on this game it's like, no, we have to tell them that they cannot use it because this and that. So they have an excuse to look for the items in the box. Also, a ration. Can I take you to a different room? Yes, I can. Sleep in there. Please and thank you. Oh, there is a third soldier in there that I didn't see. The controller is vibrating a lot and it's making me crazy. Every time you are carrying one of the soldiers, the controller vibrates. I know it's supposed to make you tense, it's supposed to make you feel like the soldier could wake up at any moment. And it's making me tense, so I hate it. It is working. Ration, nice. Wee! Wee! Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Also, the alert soundtrack for this part of the game is my favorite alert soundtrack in the entire franchise. Lethal Encounter from Metal Gear Solid 2. It's literally my favorite alert soundtrack on the entire franchise. And it only sounds on this part of the game because the alert soundtrack for the tank is different. Codename. You know what, let's go with Raiden. I could put Crow or Alchemimic or Alphonse. Let's go with Raiden, why not? I mean, my codename is technically Raiden right now. Also, if you put names like Kojima or something like that, let me guess what the Easter egg codenames were. Codenames on birthdays. Metal Gear Solid 2. Because there was an Easter egg with that, and I do not remember what it was. Abilities, unlockables, photos, pentasemine, directional microphone pentasemine. Found on the tanker chapter is not needed due to the lack of sniper rifles. However, this does not mean that it... Call Otacon and he will tell you that it works with nausea, sickness. Subtle reference of the Marine Commandants, drop magazines, rotten ration, happy birthday, yeah. When you log into the first node of the planned chapter, the player is given the chance to input their name, birthday, blood type, and nationality. If the player's birthday is the same date as their PlayStation 2 internal clock, they will be greeted with a happy birthday message with a matching birthday cake. Similarly, if the player is holding a soldier's dog tag, they highlight it showing their name. They highlight it showing their name underneath. It will display happy birthday if the internal clock matches up with the soldier's birthday. Yeah, but I seem to remember that there was a on the notes, if you input a birthday thing, I think if you input one of the names of the developers, they give you a message. Tormenting the guards, Bamp is always watching. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't remember what to do or how to do it, so I will not be doing it. Birthday, what is Raiden's canonical birthday? He was born on the beaches of Normandy, whatever. 1944? Are you talking about Ocelot? Yeah, this is not Raiden, you son of a bitch. I was like, Raiden is not that old. He was a child soldier on 1983. He was 26 when he took on his mission, supposed member of Foxhound. But we don't have a birth date. Big Shell Incident date. The Big Shell Incident takes place on April 29th, 2009. So 26 minus 9, it's like 6, 2003. Take another 3 is 17. Take 10 from that, and is 1990, and then another 7. Raiden was born on the 83, which is when he's supposed to have been a soldier, a child soldier, and it makes no sense because he was supposed to be born in that date. Oh, interesting, you don't have a year. If you input Raiden, you don't have a birthday year. Oh my god, I didn't notice that. Let's put my birth date. Why not? August 12th. Nationality, let's go with UK. Actually, where is the I? Ireland. There. Downloading. Blood on, real-time cutscenes, caption, on view, item window, quick change, blah 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 blah. Back to the game.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now.
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
That's another thing. You do all the
but if you're discovered by
tanker thing without anyone explaining you anything.
Jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's
And-
all
and
made from currently existing technology.
This is because this is the
You
subsistence
won't be able to
version
use it in an area
on
with strong
the
harmonic
Metal Gear
resonance,
Solid
so
2,
be careful.
the actual Metal Gear Solid 2 game.
big shell
You have like a
playback maps
questionnaire
will not be available
at the
for
beginning of the
touching
game,
the
and they
start
ask you
How do I
if
save
you
the
have
mission
played
data?
a Metal
I've
Gear
set
Solid
aside
game before.
proprietary frequency for
If you
saving
answer
and
no,
an analyst to
you
work
come
on the data
directly
tape.
to the Raiden part.
Jack,
You
is
never
everything
played the
all
Snake
right?
part.
What are you doing here?
Jack, can
But
you
if you
hear
answer
me?
yes,
Rose, you're not supposed
and they
to be
ask you
involved.
how
What's going
acquainted you
Jack, I'm a
are
part of this mission.
with the stealth games,
what
and
the
if
hell
you
is
have played
going
the
on?
MSX
Right.
games,
Meet the
they
mission
pretty much want to know
She'll
what
never
you
see
know
the
about
big
Metal
saving
Gear.
and support.
Then
Why her?
they offered you
The
the
Fox sound
different
analyst
types
that is
of
supposed to take part in
difficulties,
this mission
the
was in
different
an
levels of
accident.
difficulty.
Rosemary was brought
They
in as a
offered you
replacement.
the Solid Snake part
And
at the
according to
beginning,
files,
and if
she
you
knows
say
you
no,
better than anybody else.
and you say that you are a new player, you go directly to Raiden, and that's why they are all explaining all this shit. So
Not to worry. She
again,
has our
it's made
technical
for
staff
new
at her
players.
disposal.
It's literally made
She's
for
never
people
been
that
a part
have
of the
never
field
played
mission.
Metal Gear
This
Solid.
is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see.
I know your VR training.
Which is
performance
fucking
and
mind blowing because
But sometimes
again
that's
they
not
were
enough.
thinking about how to make
You're
Solid
familiar with
more
Shadow Moses'
more
incident.
epic, and they
You
came
know
up
how
with
good
a
we are.
with a way
If
to
there's a crucial
greet
tactical
new
detail
players
that takes
into
focus,
a
it was
game
the power of the
franchise that was
operator's will
already
to survive.
really established, but a lot of new people didn't know what
My
Metal Gear
personal
was.
feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose,
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack.
Oh,
But
you're
that
just a
means,
normal
Colonel,
girl
that
on
I'm
a
not
military
required
secret
to follow
mission.
your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be
And after
monitoring
saying
and
that,
keeping
she's
note
out of the mission.
every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know
All
when
right,
you're ready to turn on the
Raiden.
save. The proprietary
Do you know what
save
day it is
frequency
tomorrow?
Is 140.96. I just
Another thing that will be redeemable for the entirety of Metal Gear Solid 2.
April 30th.
Do you know
Is
what
there
day it is
something
tomorrow?
special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
And it will substitute the
I'll
Hey
keep
Listen.
trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
So while I'm playing Metal Gear, I love that the soldiers are on the hallway and not here. The elevator is coming down and the soldiers are waking up.